So this report is looking at an intervention in high-need elementary schools in an urban setting designed to help improve teacher performance and reduce turnover, and to look at how teachers are evaluated in high-need settings. And the intervention is focused on mentoring new teachers, particularly teachers in their first 3 years in a large urban district in Colorado. The district is Aurora Public Schools. And what kind of makes the study unique or interesting is that it used a randomized control design where we were able to assign teachers in their first 3 years to receive mentoring support for 2 years, and similar teachers in the same schools who received the business as usual support that the district offered. Another interesting feature of this study is that the mentors that were assigned as part of the intervention were recently retired master educators from the district. And the reason this is important is because generally the teacher population across the country is aging. There are a lot of folks that are retiring over the next 10 years. And research indicates that a lot of these folks are looking for ways to stay involved in education and to use their talents, and that they're not being utilized in that way. So this intervention we wanted to study to see if retired educators could be used effectively to support new teachers in high-need elementary schools. So the study looked at 4 areas of findings using the randomized design. One, we looked at student performance in math, student performance in reading. We looked at teacher retention over the 2 years of the mentoring intervention. And we looked at teacher evaluation ratings using the district's rubric for evaluating teachers. For the student performance outcomes, we used the NWEA MAP assessment that was administered in the fall and the spring in year 1 of the intervention and year 2 in the intervention. For teacher retention, we looked at the number of teachers who remained in the district after each year from the treatment group that received retired mentoring support and from the control group that didn't. And we looked at teacher evaluation ratings over both years as well. So in looking at math, the study found statistically significant impacts on student learning in math after 1 year of the intervention. The study found positive impacts in reading that were not statistically significant after 2 years of the intervention. With regard to teacher retention, there was no statistical significant findings of differences between treatment and control after 2 years, and there was no statistical significant finding on teacher evaluation after 2 years. The study also had several non-causal findings that were exploratory in nature. The first of which was there appeared to be a link in the program group only between increased hours of mentoring support and likelihood of staying in the district. More research would be necessary in order to confirm these results. The study also looked at program cost, and we did quite a bit of research gathering cost information from the district regarding the amount of staffing, what mentors were paid, how much time mentees spent working with mentors, and came up with an estimate of the cost per student that the district spent. And this is important because other districts that might be interested in implementing the same intervention might be interested in understanding how much it costs. The cost for Aurora Public Schools, according to our research, was approximately $171 per student. The other piece of analysis that we did, which again was non-causal, was to take that cost information, compare it to our statistically significant finding of impact on student learning in math, and do a projection of potential return on investment over time. There is research that can link increases in student performance linked to a teacher with potential either increased earnings or other savings over time. The program's potential return on investment could pay back the annual cost of the program more than 15 times over time, according to our estimates. Future research could potentially examine the impacts of mentee-teacher buy-in to mentoring support and whether increased buy-in actually enhances teacher retention over time. There were some exploratory findings in the study that pointed in that direction, but more research is needed to confirm those findings. Districts across the country could actually use the study to look at what costs might be in their jurisdictions, because in addition to a local cost estimate, we include a national cost estimate in the report. And this, again, is important to help districts kind of understand what resources they might need to invest to create a similar program on their own.